Hi everyone. Um, it's me. We're doing picture in picture today. I'm trying it out. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about your exam coming up. So the big exam we've been training for this whole year. Um, so your AP Environmental Science exam this year is on May 18th at 4 p.m. How do I know this? Well, I posted a website to Google Classroom, and so it's posted on the College Board website. You guys should definitely check it out. So I created a new tab, a new topic called AP Exam. So I'm just putting information there right now, and I'm going to be putting assignments there for you. Just trying to review, and we'll talk about what we're going to be doing as a class to get ready for this exam on May 18th. This time is not flexible. You guys have to take it right then and there. College Board has gone through a lot of measures to make sure that everybody is taking the exact same exam at the exact same time all around the world. So if May 18th at 4 p.m., is not good for you, it better be a really good reason, because you need to be approved to take the late makeup date. So May 18th at 4 p.m., mark it on your calendars. Okay. All right, so units that are going to be on the exam are units 1 through 7. We did units 1 through 6 in person in class. We got a touch on atmospheric pollution, but we had to do that one online. But I feel like you guys are fairly prepared content-wise for this exam. So I'm really glad that I went in order this year, even though it was a big pain in the ass, big pain. Even though it was a big pain, because I hadn't done it before and I was kind of like scrambling. I'm really glad that for some reason I decided to go in their order, because now it paid off and we're done with content that's on the exam. The content that's not on the exam is Unit 8 and 9. And so aquatic and terrestrial pollution and global change. If you guys look at these topics that are included in these two units, they're massive topics for environmental science, like so important. And I would not feel good about myself, and I wouldn't feel like your environmental education was complete unless I actually taught you some of this stuff. So I'm going to pick and choose, but we're definitely going to be going over some of this content. It's really important. Like climate change, how can we not have an environmental science class without climate change? I don't know. Okay. So it's not going to be on the exam, but knowing it isn't going to hurt you on the exam for sure. And not to mention that beyond the exam, just as like a human being learning about environmental science, these are very important units. So things that you should know about this exam coming up. You need to know your College Board login information. I'm not worried about this one because we have been using progress checks and stuff like that on AP Classroom. So you guys should know your College Board login information. That should be something that you should have no problem with. If you do have an issue, let me know. Um, we're supposed to be getting some practice exams at the end of April to kind of see what these questions are going to look like, and also to familiarize you with some online procedures for the day of the exam. It'll be interesting to see what they are, because I'm going to give you some practice FRQs, but these are a little bit different. So anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing those, and you will 100% be taking those. Anyone who has accommodations, whether it be through a 504 or an IEP, your accommodations, if they're approved by the College Board, they should be automatically added on to the time constraint that on your on testing day. So when you log in, it should already be there, and your accommodations should be there for you. If you are unsure if you are approved by College Board, or you aren't approved by College Board yet and you want accommodations or need accommodations, you need to get in touch with your guidance counselor. It's super, super, super important. As for canceling your exams, which nobody's going to be canceling their exams, everyone's taking this exam. I'm going to come stay 6 feet away from you and heckle you outside your window. If you do, cancel. No one's going to do it, right? So virus or no, we're still taking this exam. But if you wanted to cancel your exam, which you're not going to do, but if you wanted to, College Board has made no deadline for canceling your exam. So basically, in order to ensure that you can get a refund, you should just not log in day of the exam. They're going to give you an access code. And if you log in with that access code, you will not be getting a refund. So if you don't want to take the exam day of, just don't log in. But you guys should log in because everyone should be taking this exam. Okay. Like I said before, the content that it's based off of, you guys know. However, you're not going to be asked to provide basic definitions. So just basic knowledge that you can look up is not what you're going to be tested on. It should be more about concepts and processes and how they're interrelated and how to apply those environmental concepts. So it's open source, meaning that you can look it up in the book, you can use your notes, you can use your placemats, which I sent to you if you left any in the classroom. Check your Gmail. You can use the internet, you can Google, right? But the one thing that you can't do is do peer-to-peer help or have anyone else help you, right? Like this is coming from you, from your own brain. And so my advice to you is that you really brush up on your content and actually study. Please study your content because you don't have a lot of time. And in order to look things up, you really have to know what you're talking about and have a general idea of where you're going. And if you don't have to look things up, even better. But they're really testing you on how you think, not really about, the content that you know. So, we're going to be practicing, which we'll talk about in a bit. But I don't know. They've made some big claims about serious test security. You guys should know that I am getting a copy of your answers about a week or two after you take the exam. So I should be able to, see your answers. So I'm watching you. Okay. The first question is 60% of your AP score, and it's basically designing an investigation. You have 20 minutes to write your answer and 5 minutes to upload it, however that looks. So you might be able to type and copy and paste into, the testing browser, or you can handwrite it and take a picture and upload a photo. The one thing that I would say is that you can only use one device, so you can't start on the computer, take a picture with your phone, upload to the computer, right? You're not going to have enough time for that anyway. So, make sure that you are, comfortable with the device that you're using. But you can write it by hand, or you can type it. And just so also, as you're like searching on the internet, there stuff like secure, like plagiarism stuff like turnitin.com. I mean, not turnitin.com, it's College Board version or whatever, but they're going to be checking your answers. So don't plagiarize. But anyway, the first question is going to present to you an environmental scenario, and then you'll have some sort of representation, like a graph, or quantitative data, like a table. And then that should, right, they're going to take that information and ask you to either describe or explain an environmental concept. So take the data, analyze it, and apply one of the concepts that you may know to it. Analyze a visual representation of data. So, looking at that data and looking at trends and stuff like that. Analyze research studies that test environmental principles. So just looking at general environmental design, and then describing environmental problems and potential responses. So, looking at what the environmental problem is and how could you respond to that. Yeah. Again, I'm curious to see what this is really going to look like. Okay. Question number 2 is 40% of your AP score, and you're going to analyze an environmental problem and propose a solution. So you only have 15 minutes for this one, and with a 5-minute upload. And so you are going to, again, have some sort of environmental scenario, and they're going to the big difference is that you have to propose and justify solutions to an environmental problem. Now we have 5 weeks to prepare for this. So what's my plan? And it's coming this week. We're going to start. You're going to have College Board review videos. So I posted the YouTube playlist for you in Google Classroom. So I'm going to be assigning those to you and making sure that you're watching them. They might be a little boring. They're not me, but they're still good reviews. So it's a good thing to do and watch. I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of FRQ practice over AP Classroom, and then I'm going to schedule review sessions over Google Meet. And so keep your eyes peeled for those, because it's some of them may be required unless you have some sort of something. And I'm getting called. And so just stay tuned. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I guess that is my call to end this session. But just keep your Google Classroom, keep looking at your Google Classroom, and I will keep you informed. And good luck in quarter 4. Okay. See you later.